suddenly you have Madhuri Dixit and Abhishek Bachchan and all of these people coming to you, Shah Rukh Khan, and telling you how much they appreciated your work, and that was scary. Because the locations were real locations. We were shooting in real jungles and all that, uneven terrain. Some places they didn't have proper roads. They had to make the roads and build bridges so that we could do and all that. And then one of them we were even ready to make. Then COVID hit and then it just like fell apart. And then he made Kantara, the earlier one, and then his life changed. He's funny also, so he's always thinking of ways where he can make it funny. I mean, it's quite a comic villain actually. There are a lot of these things. So I'm on an endless river. I'm rowing my boat on an endless river. Maybe there's a waterfall. It's also possible that I'll get tired of rowing that boat and I will park it on the side and get off and say, I'm done.
Mritu towels from Ramraj, premium cotton and bamboo towels. Super soft, super absorbent.
Darling 3D Diwali deals. நீங்கள் வாங்கும் ஒவ்வொரு பொருளுக்கும் 3 அற்புதமான deals.
Step into the future of design and motion with all new Vivo V60e. Buy now.
Hello, Gulshan Devaiah. Lovely to meet you.
Hello, Mr. Baradwaj Rangan. Sir, Mr. Baradwaj Rangan. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Is that the accent we're going to be doing the interview with?
I'll probably, I'll do the Stephen Fry arm thing also.
Okay. What's with the chain?
Oh, it's just like, I like chains, I like pearls, I like jewelry.
Okay.
Is it I like to dangle things around my waist.
Okay, nice. That gives an image. We've seen you dangling things in Kantara.
Yeah, lots
pearls
of things
around your neck, amongst
other
other
things. Things dangle.
Yeah. The crown.
Yeah.
What's it like wearing a crown?
I did not enjoy it at all.
Okay.
It was made of silver. It was heavy as hell. It was plated in gold. It looked really beautiful, but it was really difficult to manage it on my head. It was made to measure, so it did fit me well. But to spend like a 12-hour shift wearing that crown all the time, sitting on a horse in particular, and the neck muscles are not trained to manage that kind of weight. So there is a tendency of doing that, but then that gets in the way of performance and also gives me a stiff neck. It was hard. So I started taking it off.
Okay.
It was that simple.
But Gulshan, so they took the measurements and made
they had a jeweler come who's a crown maker who took my measurements and they made this thing out of silver.
Okay.
And of course they put fake jewels on top of it and it's gold plated. Yeah. It was actually much bigger. And then which I really liked, but I think it sort of made me look very disproportionate with the bigger crown. So then where Rishab had it like, he had me cut down the size.
You know, when I think of Gulshan Devaiah, I think of Shaitan, that girl in yellow boots from way back when. That's when we saw you first on the big screen.
14 years ago. Yes.
14 years ago, right? What was that time like? I mean,
it was scary also. I was really enjoying all the attention and the work, but I think I had very little knowledge about the business. And I was scared. I was really nervous and self-conscious.
Okay.
To be myself. I hadn't really opened up. And I had trouble just being myself and enjoying giving interviews and like meeting people, going to screenings and all that. So as much as I enjoyed all the attention, I was like, suddenly you have Madhuri Dixit and Abhishek Bachchan and all of these people coming to you, Shah Rukh Khan, and telling you how much they appreciated your work, and that was scary. Because I had never imagined, I had not prepared myself actually to be able to sort of, be myself in front of them. But I don't have that trouble anymore.
Okay.
I was like nominated for a whole bunch of awards in my first year. So I was attending all of them.
This is for Shaitan.
Yeah, Shaitan, Damarudam and that girl in yellow boots. I had 3 in that first year. So all of them had nominations.
2011 types, right?
2011, yes.
2011, yeah.
So I had all of them had nominations. And then, of course, Ramesh Sippy was my producer. Then it was quite an iconic moment when I met him also. And when he's like, आपने बहुत अच्छा किया था अपने role में, बखूबी निभाया and all that. And I was like, Ramesh Sippy.
So this is 50 years of Sholay.
Yeah. That was. And it was 100th year of cinema.
Okay.
2011.
Right.
2012, yeah.
Are you a fan of Sholay?
Yeah, I enjoyed it when I saw it, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I really liked, it is fun and entertaining and it has a lot of iconic, quotable and memorable moments.
Nice, nice.
Areo Samba and like kitne aadmi the.
Yeah.
And the thing about Holi कब है Holi. और दूर किसी गांव में बच्चा रोता है तो माँ कहती है बेटे सो जा नहीं तो गब्बर आ जाएगा.
Amazing.
And तुम्हारा नाम क्या है बसंती? I like that one.
तेरा नाम क्या है बसंती? तेरा नाम क्या है बसंती? No, and the best thing is the way Amitabh says it. You know, it's so dry.
Like he's rolling his eyes.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like that.
it's like the voice is so perfect. It's like Bachchan in those days was just something else, right? But from that Gulshan Devaiah, we always thought, okay, listen, this guy is this darling of indie cinema. All the know the Vijay Nambiyars of the world and
Aramnagar, you're in the right area.
Yeah, and the Anurag Kashyap of the world are going to him. And suddenly we are like, you're wearing all this jewelry and then Kantara.
Yeah.
Like what was it? What is it like being on that set?
First time, like actually Ram Leela, like big jewelry, like gold stuff and all that. Yeah. On Kantara set, it was tough because the locations were real locations. We were shooting in real jungles and all that, uneven terrain. There were some places they didn't have proper roads. They had to make the roads and build bridges so that we could do and all that. It does get to you sometimes, but I think there's also this drive that we all collectively had, which also came from Rishab, that this is going to be tough. It is going to push us. It is going to test us, but we will make this happen.
Nice.
We want to do this. So that was there in everybody, but the source is definitely Rishab. It came from there.
When you say it does get to you, how exactly?
Because you're sweating and I got scabies and I was itching and the weather tests you. It's hot or it's cold or it's pouring and there are things biting you. There are plants that if you touch, then you start to scratch yourself. And so all of those things and to wear all those costumes to manage that bloody crown and to manage the thing that is draped around me. I mean, you have to move differently, right? You have to learn how to sort of manage those things.
You have to learn how to walk in those clothes.
And how to pee with, the thing.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. I said, please tie the dhotis, but they had practically it'll be easy to. So they had all these things that were stitched.
Okay, now
so then I had to cut holes in them.
Okay.
In strategic places so that I could, dangle my things.
This interview is going out to the public, right? I mean, so yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
read my bio on Twitter and this.
Yeah, the thing dangler.
No. There is people with it. My sense of humor बहुत अच्छा है. धीरे-धीरे आपको पता चल जाएगा.
Okay, पता चल जाएगा. That's nice. I saw the film in Tamil and I want to know if, of course, you speak Kannada, but was this Kannada a little different from the colloquial Kannada that's spoken?
It's not standard Kannada. No, it's not the Kannada that I grew up speaking because I was born and raised in Bangalore. It's a very different sort of a Kannada that they speak over there. This is a coastal type of Kannada, Karavali style of Kannada. So I had to practice a little bit, do a little bit of workshops. One of the writers is Shanil Gautam, who is also himself quite a popular actor now. So I used to spend time with him, and also Rishab is from there.
Okay.
So they used to help me out, and I used to practice the lines. And whenever I used to make a mistake, they could it's not like that. You have to pronounce it like this. So things like that, they would help me out. So, but we had enough time before we actually started filming to sort of go through all of these aspects. I am from Kodagu, and we do speak a type of, when we do speak Kannada in Coorg, it is a little bit similar to the kind of Karavali.
It's not Tulu?
Kannada. No.
Okay.
It's not Tulu.
Okay.
We speak a different language called Kodatak. Okay. But when we speak Kannada also, we have a slightly Mangalorean style of speaking Kannada.
Okay.
So which is very closer. So it's not that difficult. With a little bit of practice.
You got through.
Yeah, I got through.
Okay. Now, you're based out of Bombay.
That's right.
But
right here actually, is down the road.
Down the road. And but are you familiar with the Kannada film industry? People from the Kannada film industry?
Some people I know, but I don't know much about it at all.
But you knew Rishab?
I didn't know him when I met him. In 2019, a common friend, PD Satish, with whom I have done some plays, and he's also worked as an actor with Rishab, and he also has written things for him. So Rishab wanted to meet me. So Satish organized for it, and we met in a place called Sri Krishna Bhavan, New Krishna Bhavan in Malleshwaram. And we had dosa and we discussed, and I really enjoyed meeting him.
This is discussed
2011.
What?
He had some scripts that he wanted.
Other ones?
Yeah. Okay. Not this at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Different ones. There were 3 actually.
Okay.
So, and then one of them we were even ready to make. Then COVID hit and then it just fell apart.
Right.
And then he made Kantara, the earlier one, and then his life changed.
Right.
And then I kind of knew that he'll probably give me something in this. And he said that he wrote this for me. Like when they were writing it, it was like, we want Gulshan to play this.
But what do you mean you kind of knew? Are you...
It's an instinct, sometimes. Like for the first time I met Anurag Kashyap in 2008. My first meeting, I'd only seen him on TV giving interviews and being angry. So
He's still angry.
Yeah, but he's cute. Like I have a different thing. So when I met Anurag, I had this instinct. I never told him I want to work with you, but I knew he'll give me work. It's nothing. It's just an instinct. I had that same feeling. Rishab had expressed that he wanted to work with me. He wanted to do something with me. And I really liked meeting him because he wanted to tell his stories. He had a great drive and passion for cinema. So, and I saw the first Kantara. I really enjoyed it. And it made me, I had that goosebump feeling and all that. So, when I knew that I had this instinct that he would probably call me. And it turned out to be right. Except that he decided to call me at 12 midnight. I looked at the phone like, I'm not taking this up right now. I'm sleeping. So I did that also to him.
But isn't that like 12 midnight is like breakfast time for Bombay people, right?
Yeah,
it's
not
like
for me.
Okay.
I work from 9 to 7.
Okay.
Not while I'm filming, but like, yeah. My managers will tell you that.
Is this when we ask you what are your thoughts about 8-hour working shifts and all that?
I really think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Is
it a
you're more
practical idea
focused. Of course, it is a practical idea. You're more focused. You have more time to rest. You have more time to do other things like spend time with your children, your family, watch other things, entertainment, indulge in hobbies and things like that. So when you show up to work the next day, you're fresher, you're happier. You've eaten a decent meal and not some oily nonsense that's full of cooking soda.
But don't your 5 vanity vans, including the one with the gym?
Oh, I have 52.
52.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Yeah. All right. What's in each
One
one?
for every week.
One for every week?
Yeah. Is it 54? Am I counting the weeks wrong?
52, I think.
Yeah.
You caught me at the wrong time. I'm just blanking out right now. So, but what does your vanity van look like? I'm very curious now.
Nothing, whatever, like, it doesn't look like anything. Like, I'm not hanging like my photos or something like that.
Okay.
I did think of it, but then
Okay.
I was like, I'm too embarrassed to hang my own photos in my own house.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But if you
it's
were
a
to hang-
regular stuff. It's usually like a 2-door. I don't like this. I don't have anything against Godrej Air, the product, but I just can't stand it.
Okay.
It just gives me headache, and I don't know. I feel like I'm going to pass out. And it's a cheap thing, and it's very pungent and strong, and it
So what are we talking about right now?
Godrej Air Freshener. Godrej
Freshener,
Air.
freshener,
It's called
okay.
Air.
Yeah, okay.
AYER. or
Okay,
something like that.
okay.
Sorry, I'm not like telling people not to buy the product.
Yeah.
It just doesn't suit me at all.
Okay.
And most vanity vans, they hang that. The first thing I do is basically go inside and fish them all out and throw them in a bin far, far away.
Okay.
I don't want the wind also carrying that smell into the vanity
This
van.
interview is so not going the way I
Yeah,
thought it would
I don't
go.
care if it smells of cockroaches, but I don't want it to smell like Godrej Air. You surprised?
I'm not surprised. I'm trying to adjust to the new
So that's-
reality.
yeah.
What is
I
the
really
new
like
normal?
Yeah, I like spending time on set if it's a conducive environment, because you learn so much about the energy of the set, the sensibility and the working style of the director, the DOP. They are very key. So, and then you can sort of kind of tailor your process to sort of suit that. You learn a lot by the shot making. You understand like what sort of frames, so what is, what's the space around me. So how many shots do they take? Do they do masters? Like when the first time I worked with Pradeep Sarkar, he doesn't take master. He'll straight away put like a very technical close-up where you have to hit a mark because your reflection, that's tough.
Right.
So you spend time on set, you understand working styles. Then you can see, okay, fine. How do I kind of fit into this, or how can I make it work for me?
So what was it like?
Vanity vans are to sleep and get ready and then rest.
Yeah. But what was it like getting onto the Kantara set in the sense that, one, the clothes are different, all that is different, but, also was the making.
Yeah.
It's because it's all lots of natural locations,
Yeah.
big sets. We'll talk about the Bhansali film later, but this, that was still relatively somewhat contemporary. This is like, going back in time. So did you
Somewhat
notice
contemporary and somewhat controlled.
control? Yeah,
This was.
yeah. So this is like all live locations and all that. So what was that whole
Chaotic environment.
Yeah,
It's chaotic. They also don't do sync sound. When I did Ramlila, that's synchronized sound.
Yeah.
They do dubbing over here, and there are no claps. They do live edits, and yeah, they call vanity vans caravans. I don't know why. Nothing is pulling it. So,
Okay.
that's a term they use in the South. In Tamil industry also they call it caravan.
They call it caravan.
Caravan. In Kannada industry also they call it caravan. We call it vanity van.
Yeah.
Because that's where we go.
But that's because we don't have vanity.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really? Don't be started now.
Yeah,
Don't be started now.
Because now like everything south is cool now. So everything is like, when I come to Bombay, it's like, oh, you know what? All such great movies in Tamil, Telugu, or this, that, and all. I have to tell them, you're seeing maybe like a fraction of what's actually
Like four, and then you think everything.
Yeah. There are nice movies being made,
Of course,
sure,
of
but
course.
it's not like the
There
entire
are nice movies being made everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, is it a good time to be an actor?
I don't know. This is my time. I can't really compare because I don't have any experience from another era. I don't have.
No,
When
I'm talking about not another era, but
That's why.
what is
No, it
practically
matters.
another era, which is like, you see, you come from an era where that girl in Yellow Boots or Shaitan would find a fairly wide theatrical release. Now that's become a little difficult. So
Yeah.
for me, there is a actual change from the time you started,
Yeah.
the 15 years.
Emotionally, I am upset about that.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. But practically, not so much because it does empower storytellers to tell long format stories.
Okay.
So I mean, we have to make our peace with it.
Right.
And coexist. So it is possible. I genuinely believe that it is possible for the cinematic experience as well as long format series formats can coexist.
So I'm very interested in how actors work with directors, or rather how directors work with actors.
Yeah.
So I'm going to begin with Rishab Shetty.
Okay.
How does he direct actors? Does he let you do what you want, or does he show you something of what he has in
Both.
mind? And
Both.
Okay.
He gave me almost absolute freedom to interpret. But
Okay.
at times he would have ideas, very strong ideas, and he'd want me to try
Can you
that.
give me an example?
I mean, it's not there in now. It was edited out, but like the scene where my father's walking stick man comes and he says like it's 2 in the afternoon. So there was a way I was taking that line. Like there was a line, oh, I'd like to wash my face, but that got edited out, and I was doing it a certain way, and he thought that this would be funnier and more apt. So he would tell me like, I want you to say it a little quicker. I was taking a lot of time there. I thought that was appropriate for the lazy, laid-back, casual Kulashekara. So, but he wanted it a certain way.
Okay.
And then after a point, I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, it's not like he can't be quick at all. So he'll show some urgency, like, oh, it's 2:00. Okay, fine. So once I understood what he really meant, and that really happened. And this happened in many instances also. Like, and sometimes it's very technical, as an actor, you have an instinct to do something. But he's like, if you just change the angle a little bit, it will be a better shot for me. Because then the frame is going to like be more expressive, things like that.
Yeah.
And a good director will always direct actors in this way. When you have actors who are well prepared, you don't need to do much with them, but slightly technically say that do this, do that.
Yeah.
And then that's how it was.
Yeah.
And he's funny also, so he's always thinking of ways where he can make it funny. I mean, it's quite a comic villain actually. There are a lot of these things.
Yeah. They're kind of
Aspects.
Yeah.
And he had this, he didn't explain it as much, but those moments I have with my daughter, they're very kind and tender moments, very unlike Kulashekara. It makes him humane.
Yeah.
That he's not evil. He does evil deeds, but he's not evil.
Yeah.
That blink of the eye. Although he demands it out of her at some times, but it shows a very kinder, softer, there's no scope to explore that in this film, but it makes him humane. And that was Rishab's idea.
Yeah.
It wasn't mine. It was his.
But what was it like? How did you learn how to do the body language thing around the clothes and the locations and the jewelry
Just
and all
practice.
that? Yeah.
Just wear it and just don't take it off until you get tired of it.
Right. Okay.
And in the beginning, it's difficult, and then you figure out how to manage it. I would just have lunch, sleep in them all the time, except the crown. That's too much to handle all the time. I did. The first couple of days, I tried wearing it all the time.
Yeah.
It's just too much. It gave me splitting headaches. So then I would just take it off and hand it over to the costume department and wear it back again. I had a wig on, so I couldn't wear it back again. My hairstylist had to like wear it. Apart from that, like after a couple of days, I think I got used to managing the rest of it. Yeah.
So how did you find it working with Sanjay Leela Bhansali in terms of being directed by him?
A lot of waiting.
Okay.
You have to have the patience because they'll put you in hair and makeup and costume, which is quite elaborate, and sometimes you have to wait for 3 days. You'll be sitting, and I enjoyed it also. I didn't mind the waiting because I would step out of my dressing room, go and sit on set,
Okay.
and we had air-conditioned sets. It was comfortable, less chaotic.
Yeah.
So I would just sit there, and it was cold. Lots of people were still cold. It was freezing. Throw a shawl on and sit there for hours watching him, piece by piece put his shots together. And he is somebody who will not take a shot until he's absolutely satisfied with everything. So then you know what you've signed up for. Because
Yeah.
I'd only heard of him, I'd watched his films, worked with him. And he doesn't talk much about the character or the story. So you discover a lot of these things while you're at it. And then can be tricky also because he's really passionate, so that kind of makes him snappy at times, and he doesn't have the patience sometimes. So if you're unlucky, then he can give you like a hairdryer treatment. So which is tough sometimes for some actors. I was lucky. He liked me from day one, and even on my bad day, he just crack a joke like, I will get your manager to pay for all the footage you wasted. He was shooting on film.
Okay.
I think that was the last one that I made on film.
Yeah. Ravi Varman shot it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Gorgeous looking film. Though.
Yeah. I mean, it takes hours and hours. Sometimes 6 hours we're waiting for them to light the damn set. And then because they had already lit it, but then they're like, nah, this is not it. It's still not there. And then they spend another 6 hours.
Right. But performance-wise, it's pretty much what you intuited from the
For
writing
Ramleela,
for Ramleela.
because he doesn't really say so much, so I had to find a way of being efficient. Right?
Okay.
I had to figure out what I want to do. So I called hold of Siddharth and Garima, who were the writers, and I would go to their office, sit with them, and they didn't give me the script right away because he's a bit secretive, like he doesn't want to leak things out. But I looked around, there was no camera, so I made notes. I'd taken a little book, so I made notes, all my things. But I picked their brains on, who are the other characters, what is my relationship with them and all that.
Yeah.
So I could do some work. I could prepare, I could use my imagination. And then on the first day of shoot, by the time the camera came to me, it was 2.5 days. So, and I was just giving cues to Dhankorba, Supriya Pathak. So by then I was like, I know this is the energy of the set. This is how he is. And luckily for me, when I was giving my first shot, he was in a good mood and I did a good job. And he really liked the close-up shot that he gave. And he was like, oh, this boy's face was expressive. And it was good. So then I was like, I am like, clean. This is,
Clean check.
This is a easy batting pitch.
What was it like with Rima Kakti, The Hard?
Superb.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed playing Devilal, who is a man who always tries his best to do the right thing.
Okay.
I think it's a wonderful virtue.
No, so
Does that
again,
qualify as a virtue? No. Not really.
the performance-wise, like
Yeah,
how
yeah,
does she
yeah.
mold a performance?
Not too much. She allows you to sort of interpret things. Technically also for her, again, like during some shots, she may say like, you can do this or that, but I don't remember her telling me exactly how I should do things or not.
Okay.
She does rehearsals, she does readings, but otherwise she doesn't take too many shots either. So.
Okay. And Anurag?
He trusts you.
Okay.
Without him having to say that he trusts me, I know that he trusts me. So I know that I have the freedom to interpret, which sometimes is a bad thing because people get very self-indulgent with improvisations and devising the scene. But you feel like somebody really trusts you. And for me in the beginning, to get a director in my first film who made me feel like, bro, I trust you, was great. It wasn't like I wasn't intimidated at all by him.
Yeah.
Because he was, Anurag Kashyap, darling of Indie cinema. He had just made Dev D, which has made which was successful financially also. And he could have done anything. Everybody wanted to work with him. And here I am doing an indie film where this guy is like, I know you got this. Just go with it.
Yeah. That makes me so nostalgic because again, DFD, I saw in a packed house.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see something like that being made today with that kind of budget and with that kind of, it's
I
gorgeous.
saw a red carpet premiere of it in Chandan Cinema, which doesn't exist anymore. And then it was all of them dressed up and all the Twilight players in their little suits and the hats. Abediol and Kalki, my friend, beautifully dressed. And I wore a tuxedo also. Nobody took pictures of me, but yeah.
And finally, I want to know about how Konkona, Death in the Ganj, how she approached.
She approached me originally for the part that Ranveer Shori played, because she always had him in mind for that part, Vikram. And I really liked that part because it's like one of those very brash, manly man. I have hair on my chest, man. That kind of a thing. Yeah. And I don't have hair on my chest, so I'm fascinated by such things, And so.
That's going to be my thumbnail. I don't have hair.
Yeah, I don't have hair on my chest. You have hair. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know. It's hardly noticeable.
It's hardly noticeable. Yes. I make up for it with this.
Yeah. And the writing is good.
Yeah.
So, but they were going through a separation themselves there, and so at that point of time, then she came to me and she said, "I have this in mind." And I was thrilled. I was like, "Wow, this is great." But I had told her that, see, if you guys manage to patch up for some reason, because you wrote this for him, right? While you were writing, you were like, he's going to do this. Because he's your first choice. You should go ahead with him. I will not mind it at all. I'll step out,
right?
Make the film. Like, as somebody who's a fan and who's going to support this film, I'll very quietly step out without a fuss. I don't mind it at all. And that's exactly what happened. They managed to patch up. They said, of course, we're going to work together. So Ranveer Paji came on board. So then they offered me the other part, which I was like, no, I'm not really interested in this part. I wanted to do that and all that. But then I thought, I have to find a way to somewhat. Nice people, good film. I enjoyed the script. And I was like, if me being part of it is going to really work for her, then I should just do it. But then I also realized that it was a good part. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed working with what I call a stellar cast. It was really the Omji was there, Tanu Aunty was there, Ranveer Shori, Kalki was Vikrant, who was there, and we all stayed together. We did things together, and in the winters in Jharkhand, and it was so much fun. And Omji was not in good health even back then. He didn't make it. I think just a few months after that, like 7-8 months after we wrapped up shooting, he popped it.
He popped it, right. But what's her way of treating actors, Konkona? How does she direct?
Firstly, she does dubbing, no synchronized sound.
Okay.
Which surprise. If you see the movie, you can't tell it's dubbed because Kunal Sharma did such a fantastic job, and they really worked us to the ground also to get those very realistic takes that doesn't sound like it was tough to dub it. A lot of overlapping.
But by that time, a lot of Hindi cinema was being sync, right?
No, yeah. She doesn't like doing sync.
Did you ask her why?
I think she inherits it from her mother. It's a technique thing. It's a director sort of creative choice.
Okay.
Then they start to give you reasons that, there is this rail ki patri that goes over there. Every 15 minutes, there are trains that are passing, like goods trains carrying coal are passing there. And I was like, 15 minutes is a long time. Like, you get those windows in between and we'll be more focused. Right?
Yeah.
We have like 15 minutes to get these shots. But anyway.
Okay.
I'm sure her reasons were genuine.
Sure.
And it all turned out fine.
Yeah, but the way she approaches you is?
It was very personal for her, and you could see that her involvement in this story is more than just her trying to tell this story.
Right.
It was really a very emotional experience for her. And she wouldn't direct too much, but sometimes, like some actors don't like to, can you just look outside the window? Like for no reason, you're just sitting, you're in character, and then just look outside the window. I don't know, just laugh like you heard something funny and all that. And I would do that for her. And she was like, she really enjoyed that. And doing the fittings, I think I have done like 7 fittings for the wig. And she's like, thank you for being patient. I was like, this is part of the job. Like this is all being part of the professional actor.
What is the part about being a professional actor that you do not like?
Generally, or like of myself, like
Generally, like because every job has its
well, I
pros
think
and cons, right?
I think a lot of people don't really understand what it is to be professional. Like, I can very easily have my way on a set, and a lot of things would be very unprofessional. You get used to being treated a certain way, and you start to feel you like being treated and made to feel special, and you get used to it, and you want to be treated that way. So there is this imaginary hierarchy. It's a social thing. It's not just a film industry thing. It's there. There are these like this is for these people. These people sit here and all that. I think this is not a professional environment, and there is no respect for other people's work. And actors are usually automatically elevated. And if you're a popular actor, if you're a star, easily your status is elevated to like top status. So if your name is on the first on the call sheet, then you are of highest status. So these are all imaginary constructs, social constructs, which really get in the way of everybody, giving their best on set.
Right. So that's pretty much what you
I don't like that.
like. But you like the promotional stuff that goes around a movie.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Okay.
I enjoy. I didn't know how to approach it in the beginning, but once I figured it out, I think I also realized that it is also my professional obligation to do that, communicate things about the film. But I also enjoy. I had trouble just being myself while I'm talking, and once I figured out how not to sort of be that, how to overcome that, then I really enjoy chatting with people. And
Like as in you were shy,
yeah, and self-conscious.
self-conscious. Like, am I saying the right thing? That kind of thing.
Oh, just like it's just me. I don't know. I was very conscious about me, my appearance, my voice, how I would talk, my sense of humor. I don't know. People like. Why would people like me? It's like,
Yeah.
if you have that opinion about yourself, then yeah, sure. At some point, you're going to project it on people, and people will also like, yeah, I don't like him. Yeah, I grew up very self-conscious, okay, shy and reserved and all that. So.
Are you the kind of person that cannot look into mirrors?
No, I used to, but then there was a phase I think I went through where I didn't like what I looked.
Yeah. Because usually self-conscious people
Yeah.
have a problem looking.
Yeah, I still don't like what I look at, but I accept it. Like,
Yeah.
this is me, this is who I am.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
And the shirt does wonders for you.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to an actor who's starting out today?
I don't know, just figure it out. I have no advice.
No.
Figure it out. One advice. It's a tough business.
Okay.
Merit cannot exist in the arts because you can't measure anything. It's always a subjective opinion. Like, you're a film critic, right? You're a film lover, you're a cinephile. You have the knowledge and the experience to talk about films, right? So what you say has some weight to it and some worth to it, but it's still your opinion. It can't be a
It's
fact.
not a provable thing.
Yeah, it's not a provable thing, it's not a measurable thing.
Yeah.
So one can't expect merit or meritocracy in the arts, in any of the arts.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be an opinion. And the whole game is a game of perceptions. That's why we have publicity and we dress nicely and all that. We want people to like us.
But Gulshan,
So it's a tough business. To some extent, you have to play the game. But after some extent, you shouldn't let it really run your life. And in most people will never get what they really want. But you can still have decent, good careers.
that's very deep. Most people won't get what they really want.
No, they won't.
Have you gotten what you really want?
I changed my perspective.
When?
I took out the what I saw, the goalpost. I took it out and I threw it away. And I have made it about the journey now. I look at it as there's a song by Pink Floyd, The Endless River. High hopes, it ends there. So I'm on an endless river. I'm rowing my boat on an endless river. Maybe there are rapids up ahead. Maybe there's a waterfall. It's also possible that I'll get tired of rowing that boat and I will park it on the side and get off and say, I'm done.
But before this realization that it's all about the journey, which is what it really is for most people, and regardless of whether they're in the film industry or not, what was the original goal?
I don't think it's important.
You don't want to talk about it?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't want, in the sense, I don't deem it. It's not really way off. It's not something different from what everybody really want.
Okay.
All of these things are incidental. I had very specific goals. I don't want to I don't know why. I don't have any reason why I don't have any real reason as to why I don't want to discuss. I think
No, fair enough. You
a
don't
lot
want
of
to
these
talk
things
about
are
it.
like mine. They're mine. They're my private thoughts. I don't discuss it with even people who are close to me. I only discuss it with myself.
Right.
So I think those things are that, and they were very specific things that I wanted, and then I have to change.
So let's not talk about that. But would you say at least some of that you managed to achieve?
All of these things are incidental.
Okay.
Like making money is incidental. Fame, incidental. Followers on Instagram, incidental. Power, incidental. All of those things.
Right. So do you
That will happen.
that'll happen.
That will happen if you're lucky, or if lots of things are.
Yeah.
It's happening. Is it happening in the scale that I wanted? I don't know. Sometimes people want it to happen really quickly, almost immediately. And in most cases, you will never get any of those things. I really don't know if people should have this perspective. This works for me. It helps me. It keeps me sane. It helps me enjoy the journey, focus more on the craft, learning, getting better, and enjoying my work. And if I feel that if I'm very goal-oriented, then I don't enjoy the work because I'm thinking about the goal.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy the whole doing it, acting, my performance, that scene, working with other people. I don't enjoy it. I'm thinking about, ये हो जाएगा तो ये हो जाएगा. And some people say कि इस फिल्म के बाद तो देखना गुलशन भाई. I'm like, I'm not going to think like that. नहीं आप ऐसे कह रहे हो, ये देखो अब क्या होगा. I don't want to think about it.
And I really respect that, because to take something from what you just said a little while ago, the way I approach it is to treat life like you described as being on a Sanjay Leela Bhansali set, because there is a lot of waiting. You don't know when something is going to happen. All you can do is be prepared, and when it happens, it will happen.
And you don't know what mood SLB is going to come that day.
Yeah,
That's also there.
That's also there, but that's life, right? It's like, it's because if you just want things to happen at a particular time, that's usually setting yourself up for disappointment.
That's true.
And but thank you. It was very lovely talking to you.
Oh, my pleasure. I've been waiting to talk to you.
And you give me a lovely thumbnail. A choice of thumbnails to get from dangling things to hairless chest to something else, like a lot of things. So, but seriously, thank you so much, and all good things I want to happen to you. And congratulations on Kantara again. It's always nice when somebody who starts out on one journey gets this recognition from big movies, because I think that big movies do that well. They sometimes send somebody to...
No, they empower you also.
Empower you.
When you get financial success, conventional success, when you're perceived as somebody who's been part of that, it does impact your career.
Yeah.
It empowers you. It opens doors. It enables you. What you do with that empowerment is totally dependent on you. Do you want a higher pursuit, or do you want like name, money and fame and Mercedes or like a Lamborghini or something? I mean, they're all nice things. I don't consider them as higher pursuits. So, and sometimes I just say it like, sometimes it's again me projecting my thing. I also admire a lot of actors who are there, some of whom are contemporaries. They're having great lives and amazing careers. And sometimes I feel that, okay, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't expect them to have this higher. You want them to really do something, and where you're like, my God, I didn't expect like they could do this. Now, wow, I'm like, that hasn't happened for a while. But that again, me burdening them with my expectations.
Yes, that never helps. So, be you. Be happy. Thank you.
Mritu towels from Ramraj, premium cotton and bamboo towels. Super soft, super absorbent.
Darling 3D Diwali deals. நீங்கள் வாங்கும் ஒவ்வொரு பொருளுக்கும் 3 அற்புதமான deals.
Step into the future of design and motion with all new Vivo V60e. Buy now.